Absolutely. Vital personal information, social insurance numbers, insurance policies, photocopies of it, emergency contact numbers of your family, friends, people that you need to get in touch with. That's all back. I know exactly where it is, but you should have copies with you. And as far as making phone calls and stuff, in an emergency, the telephone company is going to busy out most of our phones. The telephone system is not designed to handle 100% load. It's done about 30–40%. It's the max. They figure all of us will be on the phone at any time. The phone system can't handle it, so it's going to knock out our telephones and just leave up police, fire, ambulance, all that sort of stuff. The pay phones will be up. They will be running. To run a payphone, you need a quarter. What's really good is you those 35-bill film canisters. When you get your film processed, they throw those away. They come in black plastic, gray plastic, and clear plastic. If you go to a film supply place and say, this is what I want it for, can you save some for me? They'll give you a call. You come back in a while, you've got a big bag of clear ones with lids and all that stuff. They're waterproof, they're airtight, all this kind of stuff. They hold quarters, they hold sewing kits, they hold spices for cooking in an emergency. They hold one pair of medical gloves rolled up really tight. Go inside. They hold matches as a waterproof container. They're good things to have. Eric.
One of the things that we have in ours, we have a lot of little children, and something to keep them entertained, whether it's a book or some other type of thing. I can imagine in a disaster with little kids that they need something.
Absolutely, and schools do that as well. Schools ask, in elementary, they ask the parents to make up a little kit for the kids, and then it will be a simple game, a favorite toy, a picture of the family. Mom and Dad aren't here, but they're coming. Here's what they look like. You know, that kind of stuff. That's a good one. And as parents, that's a lie. The parents already come. They're out. A good thing to do for parents is to have pictures, recent pictures of your child handy. I'm in search and rescue, and it's really handy if you call me and your child is missing, and I say, well, it's a 3-year-old. What do they look like? Well, they're height challenged, and have a picture, have a current picture for me. So this is the kid. I photocopy that, I get that out to the troops, and that's what I'm looking for. So it goes both ways. Okay, there was a hand waiver. Yes, sir.
In the case of emergency bags, would you, and is it a couple, should each person have one, or should you have for the couple?
I have each person.
Each person?
Yeah. Okay. That way it's suited, because it's suited male, female, medical needs, glasses needs, whatever, that kind of stuff. And it's easier to carry. People have told me in the past, like I put away water, and they're so proud to tell me they've got these 45-gallon drums full of water. Okay, that weighs about 450 pounds. Yes?
If you put medications in that bag, you have to remember, if you're making it up now, you might not use it again for another 6 months.
That's right.
That medication has to be changed.
You have to have the date that you rotate your stock. Yes, ma'am? I'm sorry, some for which? Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Don't forget your pets. Good idea. Have some spare dog food, cat food, leash, whatever. Now remember in a natural disaster too, that pets are anxious. You're anxious, they're picking up on it, things aren't right. And the best training dog that's so calm and whatever could snap, bite, whatever. Okay, so have a leash and or muzzle, have a carrying case for your animal. It's being kind to it as well as yourself and other people that may get ill. Yes? Shoes. Shoes are great. It's an endorsement for shoes.
They say the number one thing that happens in earthquakes is hurting the feet on broken glass.
That's right. In an earthquake, you can't get yourself on broken glass, the windows shatter, all this kind of stuff. We have a lot of veins in the soles of our feet. That's where your blood supply turns around, takes the in, and turns around and goes back. Hard-soled shoes. Under your side of the bed, up at the top, there should be hard-soled shoes, a pair of leather gloves, at least leather palm, and a working flashlight. Okay? One of the most dangerous rooms in a home in an earthquake is the kitchen. Cupboards open, out come a river of broken dishes and cups and stuff and hit the floor. Fridges, they're on wheels. The only thing holding them back is 5 foot of cord. They do the shimmy, the shiver across the thing. Not nice. Jenny?
Shoes by your bed should be upside down, so so the glass doesn't fall in.
Good idea. Good idea. Just remember before you try to put them on. You'll be there for a long time. Yes?
Nobody's mentioned food.
Food? We're still working on those things
Honestly,
in the...
you can't feed yourself right now. You have everything else, but you're still going to die.
No, okay. Okay, so we've got water, we've got clothing, food is mentioned. Now remember, in an emergency, even if you've got an extended power outage, there is an order to which you should be checking out your food supplies. Fresh food first, the perishables, the lettuce, the vegetables, the whatever, that kind of stuff. Okay, go for the stuff that's going to spoil the first. Don't keep opening your freezer to see if the light's on or not. Okay? It's like, oh God. Just don't look. If anything, put a blanket or a sleeping bag around your freezer to help insulate it more. Eat the stuff in the fridge first. Eat the stuff in the freezer next. Be really nice in our freezer to have some pre-prepared soups, stews, and stuff frozen, wouldn't it? I know in a power outage, it's really nice to lift that lid and take out a stew, put it on the wood stove, and heat it up. Camp stove, whatever you've got. Okay? The tin goods are last. Don't drink the fluids from the tin goods, that's water. Where are we going to get extra water in our houses? A water tank. About 40 gallons of potable water. Where else? The tank of the toilet. As it was cleared up very quickly here, not the bowl. The tank on the back of the toilet holds about 10 gallons of potable water. It hasn't gone to the bowl part yet. It's just a porcelain container holding fresh water. The same water comes out of your tap. That's potable water. So if you want the 40 gallons out of your hot water tank, better make sure that it's strapped up with metal strapping or 2x4 or whatever so it can't tip over in a quake. You will lose it all. Gone. Okay? So water's a good thing. What's another good thing to put in our grab-and-go bag?
Battery-operated radio.
Battery-operated radio. How many people here have got a battery? Let me just get really particular. I want to see how well you've prepared. How many people here have got a mobile shelter? A mobile shelter that you can use in an emergency? A source of heat in it? You gotta have a radio, let's say an AM, FM radio, shelter from the storm, good ventilation, good visibility to see what's going on. How many people have that here? Who owns a car? How much of you wanted your neighbor's car? The car is a great shelter. It runs, it's got heat, it's got a radio in it so you can listen to the news and all that kind of stuff. If your battery goes dead, get in the neighbor's car. Okay? Yes?
Is your trunk a good place to put your grab-and-go bag?
Your trunk in your car is not bad. Now that brings up a good point too. The question is the trunk a good place for a grab-and-go bag? Yeah, why not? Is the car getting home in an emergency? Who knows? Hall closet, a garage, a shed, whatever. Some people use, those plastic big garbage bins on wheels, and you can drag everything around. Those are good ones. Don't put a sign on it saying emergency goodies. It'll be gone. Put garbage or something there. Otherwise it's gone. Keep it out of the house. If there's a quake and your house comes down, there's no point in having your emergency stuff in the basement. Okay, you just got an expensive infill. Yes?
You haven't mentioned it, but what's any friend might want to put on?
Yeah, a personal hygiene kit is good. Okay? Yes?
Back with the car, it goes a whole lot better if you've got a hot tank of gas.
Yes.
The advice I've had is always right on the top part of your tank.
That's right. Remember I mentioned the neighbor's car? Remember I mentioned the neighbor's car?
Always driving the neighbor's
Yeah.
car.
I know, that's an excellent point. Fill your gas tank, top it up. When it gets close to half empty, fill it up. Just make that a habit. Just fill it up when it gets halfway. That way you've got it. As far as the trunk in the car, let me point something out to you. We spend 1/3 of our lives in bed. 1/3 of our life. Gone. In bed. We spend approximately another third at work. Wouldn't it make sense to have a grab-and-go bag equivalent at work? Something in the bottom drawer or whatever? The ladies here that maybe the job demands you have to wear some sort of heels or something in work. Useless in an emergency. Useless at most times. But useless in an emergency. Why not have an old pair of running shoes in the bottom drawer of your desk? That way you can slip those on, book it for the door. If you're traveling in your car so much, why not have emergency supplies in the trunk of your car? It doesn't have to be a big emergency. All it has to be is snow, storm, whatever. That's what we're looking for, the reflective vest, the blankets, the flashlight. You're going to need those just to change a tire at night safely. Why not put that kind of stuff in your trunk? Yes?
And it happened. I can tell you right now, I live in Vancouver.
Are you a friend of Rhonda's?
I am.
I'm sorry, next question.
I was in an office building 6 weeks ago where if I hadn't had my running shoes, I would have been walking home to the North Shore in my high heels. We were not able to go back and get our cars unless we wanted to wait around till 6 or 7 o'clock at night. And I know a few people who just walk home in their high heels. And I know people who had running shoes under their desks, not in their car trunks because they couldn't go down to the parquet to get their cars. So you know, it may seem silly, but I lived it 6 weeks ago.
Yeah. Makes sense. Running shoes under the desk are a good thing. Say again? Oh, I'm sorry, okay. This lady was saying that running shoes under the desk at work were a good idea. She had a situation where she couldn't go back in. She had running shoes she could put on, and otherwise she was going to have to walk an awfully long way in high heels. Running shoes under the desk at work are a good thing anyway. Put them on at lunchtime and get out. Do yourself a favor. Okay, let me just continue. I see a lot of arms waving, and they're all quite like that. Get out of here. Let me just continue on here. Okay, so we know the grab-and-go bag. We know some of the things in it. Let me just refresh some of the other things in it. We need a means of signaling, leaving messages. Piece of paper, felt pen. I'm not here. I've gone to. I'm safe. The family is. Whatever. Those sorts of messaging kind of things. Flagging tape. Bright-colored flagging tape is a good one. A whistle is an excellent thing. Okay? Who here has a whistle? Sonia? There you go. If you don't have something like a Fox 40 whistle, you're not cooking with gas. Okay? Fox 40 whistle is a plastic whistle. We don't have to worry about metal whistles sticking to our lips out here so much. This is part of the problems. It's a keyless whistle. It doesn't have that little ball in there, so there's nothing to break, go wrong, or anything. President, may I put a whistle in here?
You may.
Thank you. I'll blow this just once. Yes, it's very smart. Very smart. It is loud. I won't cover the microphone. I won't cheat. But I just want you to see the value of a good whistle. Good whistle. Okay? I have a display booth in here, as do other people with excellent displays. At that booth, there are free whistles. This should be on your person. They come in a little plastic bag. If you go, oh good, I understand the value for personal safety, signaling an emergency, whatever, and keep it at home on a shelf in a little plastic bag, may some sort of curse descend upon you when you drive. Take it out of the bag. Put it on the jacket zipper. Put it in the pocket. Put it on the key ring, whatever. Ladies, get one on your key ring and use it out again. Okay? They're in the next Fox 40. Don't need to write that down. They're free next door. Okay? Next door. Okay, they're in there. Another thing that you should have in your grab-and-go bag is a plastic bag. I have a large box of these. I might as well get the ad going here for PEP, Provincial Emergency Program. I have a large box of these next door. They are free. Okay, they're high visibility. Yellow's better than orange. Orange goes to kind of a murky brown and low light. Yellow does not. You've all seen with children in schools, they use these for raincoats, right? What you do is you put a slit in the bottom, and one in the side, you stick your head out, you put your arms out, and it keeps you dry, right? Wrong answer. You lose 40% of your body heat through your head. You can't control that. Simple change in design. Take the corner of the bag, put your head into it. You better do this fairly quickly. Put your head into it, tear a hole for your face, same 2 slits for your arms. Now you have a hat. It helps keep the radiated heat in, it keeps the wind off, it keeps the rain out. If you don't like it, put it down. You now have the option. Okay? Wind is a great robber of body heat. I want you to take your right hand, put it up. I'm not going to ask you to swear to anything. Okay? Just reach out. Put it near your face and just go like this lightly. You feel that cool? Are you generating cold up the tips of your fingers? You're moving the little layer of warm air that clings to your body, that keeps you warm by body hairs, etc. By going like that, you're not creating cool, you're blowing that warm layer away. It doesn't take very much of a wind, very, very light wind, to rob you of body heat. Okay? Use one of these to stop the wind. Use it to protect your head, keep the heat in, keep the rain out. Okay? I've just got a few minutes here, so I'm going to go through some more things that you need as a 72-hour kit.
Sir, you had mentioned bedding if we bedroll.
Yeah, sleeping bags, blankets, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and again, don't put this stuff in your basement. Kit, how long can I stretch this?
Oh, you've got a few minutes.
Oh, good answer. Local politics, is it? How many minutes?
I'll have to check and get back to you.
Yeah, we can just check it out. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about things like bedding, the sorts of things. We talk about the things in the grab-and-go bag, the sort of things that should be there. For 1 week, you're going to need those things, but kicked up. You're going to need more water, more food, ways to cook, to stay warm.
That's all going to be covered in the next one, in the survival one.
Hey,
Alright.
okay. Plastic bags. You're in it with your new way of wearing it now with the hat. If you have a candle, we can steal a page from cavers, from splunkers. It's awfully cool, it's awfully damp underground. So you take a garbage bag, put it on, with your hat and everything, you take a candle, you crouch down, fuss out the bag, very carefully light that candle, and squat down and put it between your knees. And other than looking like a glowing pumpkin, you'll see around the neck, after a couple of minutes, you'll see steam come up. Because it traps the heat from a single candle. And it will dry your clothes, and it will warm you up. Okay? There's no point in lighting a candle and huddling around it. If you can contain the heat, you can dry yourself, you can warm yourself. In the next room, on one of the tables, I have a number of Rubbermaid, green Rubbermaid boxes. I have some small ones. It's a heavy one. I have some small ones and I have some large ones. To answer your question, they are part of my kit and they are labeled first aid, tools, clothing, bedding, food, that sort of thing. I have on that same thing a 10-page handout. What I have done over the years is I put together my gear in various boxes, and I have put them together on these sheets for you. You don't have to put everything together as I have, but it's a really good, I believe, guideline to save you time as to what's in there. Oh yeah, I know one of those, you know, that kind of stuff. And most of the stuff I stress can be found around the home. It doesn't have to be new. Most of the stuff is here. Go through some of the categories quickly. First aid, what I call power and light. Matches, candles, Bic lighters. It doesn't matter if they get wet. You know, the candles, the glow sticks, things like that. Everybody know what a glow stick is? Who does not? Everybody knows? Basically, two chemicals in a plastic tube. One of them is encapsulated in a glass vial. To separate it, you break it, you shake it. One that works. These are old stock. That's why they're in my demo bag. Okay, they're not working, but you shake them, the two chemicals mix, and they shine really, really bright. Depending on the color and the size of them, they go from 12 hours to 24 hours. They're really, really bright. They're non-hazardous, they're non-toxic, kids can have them, whatever, and they're really bright. You can find your way through a dark room, down a dark trail, you can read a map.
What's
anything
the
like
shelf life?
that. Say again?
What's the shelf life?
Well,
I
I,
just the thing to know.
well, it is. These are about 5 years old, and that's why I've got them here for demos, and obviously to get in the wall. That one's blowing a bit, not much. But 2, 3, 4 years, no problem.
Where do you buy them?
You can get them at most hardware stores, dollar stores, Acklands, if you want to get a case, you want to go together as a group. See how bright that is? Imagine if the lights were on, how bright that would be. You can find your way around a room or down a trail, read a map, directions, write something, no problem. Okay? So power and light is flashlights, spare batteries. Remember, put bulbs in. So while everybody's really good on batteries till they drop the flashlight and the bulb goes, and then you've got a bunch of heavy batteries. Books, how-to books, first aid, simple. There's one, you know, Boy Scouts, they have a field book, they call it. And it's got a lot of outdoor skills and all that kind of stuff. It's a great book. Okay? Flares, fusees, hammers, nails, that kind of stuff. If something goes sideways, how are you going to fix it? Light rope, more toolkit. Duct tape, the classic, fixes a lot of stuff. Your shelters, all that kind of stuff. Your kitchen supplies, moist towelettes. How are you going to wash dishes? How are you going to cook? That kind of stuff. This one here is an old laundry soap bucket. Inside, 2 minutes, okay. Inside is eating and cooking utensils and dishwashing equipment. Okay, so there's knife, fork, spoon, bowl, plates, all that kind of stuff, scrubbies, dish soap, all that. And the bucket itself is the thing you wash in. Toiletries, this bucket here is loaded with rolls of toilet paper, large garbage bags, toilets, towelettes to wash your hands with, and small garbage bags. You take all the stuff out, store it in a plastic bag, you take the small plastic bags, line this bucket, use it to go to the bathroom, close the bag, store it in a big one, and set it up to use again. Okay, so it's a portable toilet. Something you don't tend to think of in emergency supplies. Okay, stoves, fuel, a list called her clothing, which is hopefully different from his clothing. Bedding, your blankets, your sleeping bags, all that kind of stuff. And any tents, tarps, all that kind of stuff. More eating utensils, and then tips on medication, glasses, that kind of stuff. So I know I've skipped through that, but these are available in the next room. You are capable of reading, and that it is really there for you. A whole bunch of these boxes with the various things that you should have for your 1 week supply kit are in there. And that's about it. I've got time for about 2 questions and that's it. Yes?
The other day, I've got everything in my trunk. I have everything done. So it hit me, I moved now into an underground parkade.
Right?
Where I live is underground. So it just hit me, what would I do? Everything is in my car.
Got to try and find some above ground storage. I know that's not overly helpful, I don't know your locale, but underground doesn't cut it. One more question. Yes?
Sorry, before you take the question, just want to announce for people that are looking to leave, we're going to give the awards for the bread takeoff
Oh,
as
excellent.
soon as you're done here, so
Perfect.
let me.
What was that?
The awards for the bread bake-off. The breads and the pastry. I'll just go and check and see if the pastries are done. I'll be right back. Yes?
I was going to mention large rolls of plastic are safe for windows break.
Yeah, large rolls of building plastic and vapor barrier are really good. If your windows break in a quake or whatever, you've got to put that up.
With duct tape.
With duct tape. Okay, that's my time. 2 things to recommend for the next group. This pamphlet here, 72 hours. This is an excellent one from Langford. Okay, 1 step at a time. It's a great pamphlet. This pamphlet here I put together. And I've got free whistles, free bags,